Welcome everyone to another stream. So I told y'all in that community post I wouldn't be uploading videos for a bit, but I would still be streaming every once in a while. And tonight is one of those nights. We're going to be doing the Super Formula special event. Currently don't have the VR on yet, but we will be momentarily putting that on. And obviously you guys know that the chat will go text-to-speech during this, so there is that. We're going to be using the SF23 Toyota in this cool Haas livery. It's the only Super Formula I have now. I had a SF19 that I raced competitively. I did esports with that car back in 22 and wound up winning the title with it, but I sold it for some reason. I think when the 23s were dropped in the game, I sold my 19. I was going to get another one and do like a Alfa Romeo livery just because I really liked the Alfa Romeo Sauber stuff. And obviously the Haas livery will either be replaced or I'll have the Honda model just so I can have both of them. And with the Audi livery once that comes around in 26. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a VW Group guy, and I look forward to seeing Audi in F1. But yeah, so it's going to be a fun night tonight. Just going to do this race on stream, maybe play around with the game a little bit after, but most of this is just going to be this event. So yeah, I guess let me throw the VR headset on and we can get started with our extravaganza tonight. Alright, so you guys probably can't see anything right now. So give me just a second to get everything set up. Make sure that the headset's comfortable. Okay, I think we're good. Let me get my chair situated now because I'm sitting all sorts of jacked up over here. Okay. So, for those who have never watched me before, I do all of my streams in VR with the PSVR 2, and then I have a Thrustmaster T300RS GT Edition, which is my wheel of choice, and I do have the TH8S shifter, but obviously we're not going to be making use of that tonight because we'll be driving the Super Formulas, which obviously don't require a manual shifter. So, anyway, let's get started. So this is this week's weekly challenge. This is a special event they added for this week. They've done DTM in the past, which has been really fun for me as well. I really enjoy the DTM ones, and I uploaded a VR video, full race of that. But this time around, they did the special event of Super Formula at Dragon Trail with the infamous death chicane with 5 times tire wear and 3 times fuel consumption. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this. Like, I could totally just, set this up. Like, and just change the tires out, but I'll forget, honestly. So, we do have all 5 racing compound tires. I want to start this out on the hards just for longevity reasons. This will be the first time I've ever done this race, so I don't know how quite these tires are going to hold. So, one thing I need to do real fast is actually lower the music volume because I keep forgetting I've been copyright claimed on the music before. Alright. 15 laps, rolling start. This is a track I know fairly well. I've done tons of laps here. Let's get started. Okay, my viewing position is way off. Oh, that's way too close. Still way too close. It's about right. Alright, we are racing. The Halo is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for me this race. I've never liked the Halo. Fighting for grip a little bit here. I'm also pretty rusty. It's been like I haven't actually played this game since New Year's. This is before New Year's. I think New Year's no, it wasn't even New Year's Eve was the last time I played this. It was several days after Christmas, I believe. So your boy is rusty. Alright, let's see. We're going to get about 20 laps of fuel right now as it sits. So it looks like we're mostly going to be worrying about tire wear. Alright, let's see how well this car can do this. So that immediately shuts the door on all these AI. Even at their highest, like, difficulty. I'm gonna have to really watch the throttle aggression with this car. Alright, so we've made no ground up so far. Which is unfortunate. Oh, JK. Gallo decided to slow down real early. And what looks like an Arrows, honestly. Like, that livery reminds me so much like the early 2000s Arrows F1 cars. Almost unintentionally did a Ayrton Senna throttle technique, which doesn't actually work in modern cars, or really back then it didn't. And contrary to popular belief, Ayrton Senna did not do that to keep the turbo spooled up. He did it to find the mechanical grip limits of the car he was driving. A little bit of a slip there. Alright, let's see if we can shut the door down again here. Ugh. Gotta be so mean to the wheel when I do that. I definitely think we can leave it on map 1 the entire race. Apparently they like to use their overtake a lot during the early part of this race. So we're gonna kind of just rock this probably second half of the race around lap 8. We'll see where the tires are at and we'll go from there. Slipped a little bit, lost a lot of momentum there. Hazal and Inostroza are now our next targets. Probably didn't need a downshift there, but figured it wouldn't hurt. Oh! Come on, we can get around Inostroza here. Sugawara and Sasaki, I believe. I just got shoved by Nostroza there a little bit. Didn't work out for him very too much, did it? Alright, now we're starting to get some momentum going. Alright, Suzuki and Blasan in front of us next. Looks like that's going to be our next targets here. We're going to see if we can dial up on them going into turn 1 here. This track honestly would be a really good setup for an actual F1 race if they actually, like, if this track actually existed in real life. Come on. Curious if we'll see any SF19s in this, since looks like the majority of the grid so far has been SF23s. A little bit of contact with Lassa in there. He's going to shut the door on me a little bit here. This AI is aggressive. So he's trying for the block there. Miyazono going kind of slow. And a very McLaren-looking car, honestly. That livery, well, it looked orange back there, but it's definitely more of a gold here. I need him out of my way so I can make this cut. Gonna get around Lopez here. Oh yeah, we are definitely in the rhythm now. Tires are looking good. We got about 17 laps of fuel left, which means we're going to be able to go to the very end of the race on map 1. We're now in the top 5. Let's see if we can squeeze past this white car. We got Wong in front of us now. We're going to see if we can breathe down his neck a little bit. The car kind of reminds me of like a BMW Salver. Wong's car does. Lifted a little bit. Didn't really have a whole lot of confidence that this car was going to stay gripped up here. I'm kind of banking that their tires are going to be shot. These hards are lasting way longer than I thought they would. We got Bonelli in our sights next. For the podium position here. See if we can make some magic happen here. Oh, big contact. They went a lot slower through there than I expected him to. Alright, Okumoto is up next. We're going to be able to nail him on the inside here. Alright, into P2. We got one more car left to pass. And they are a decent bit away. Tires are looking more than healthy. Going into lap 6, nearing the halfway point of this race. Honestly, you could probably do this race on mediums. Softs, I feel like you're definitely going to have to make a stop at some point. But the hards and the mediums are doing fantastic. I assume the mediums. I don't know. I haven't driven on the mediums yet. Question is, will any of that minor contact cost me the clean race bonus? Or am I still clean on that front? I drove probably hundreds of laps on this track in the SF19, so lots of seat time with that. I've done tons of laps here in the F1500T. Another car that I've just had a lot of seat time in. I really know the formula machines in this game, which instills a lot of confidence for this race. As long as I don't cut that corner too sharp, I'll be fine. See, that brought us so much closer to P1. We're making up ground pretty good. We are now entering effectively the halfway point. Obviously, I think it won't be necessarily the halfway point until we reach the latter half of the track, but, you know, same basic idea. Of course, it's Igor Fraga. I believe he is the ranking manufacturer's champion driver. We'll love to see him partake in Nations Cup this year, because he seems like he's just a beast. I need to learn from him. I need to like get in contact with him, train me or something like that. Oh, he went a little wide there, scraping that under tray. Alright, so now we are technically halfway through this race. See if we can get this Haas into a race-leading position here. Oh, I did not like how close I got to that wall. Oh, my battery's low on my DualSense. That just went off in my ear. Alright, let's see. 14 laps of fuel. We got this all day on map 1. Why is fuel consumption even on, honestly? $87 thousandths gained on this one, and I haven't even touched the overtake yet. I'm going to kind of wait and see on the closing laps. We're going to see if they go and swap out tires at some point, and we'll go from there, because I feel like I want this to be something I save for the very last minute. I don't feel like it's going to last too long, where you could, on certain tracks, use it the entire second half of a race. It's been almost 3 years since that, so I don't really remember all that much. And unfortunately, no recordings are left from that esports season. I will say, playing and with a normal setup, you don't have a VR headset, you know, you need it to be invisible because you can't look around it like you can here, where it's in that part of your line of sight where it's just invisible. Well, not invisible, but just transparent almost. Like when I focus my eyes on it, it's there. There's no getting around it. But that's why I like with this game, from the very get-go, if you're playing without a VR headset, it's transparent. You see straight through the halo, so you can play first person. Not having it transparent with VR is definitely better for realism. F1, it's like a whole hassle to turn the halo off. Alright, we're on lap 9. We're a second down from fastest lap, but that's okay. Not really focused on that right now. Tires are looking good. We got just about 6 laps to go. Something random I've thought about is getting in contact with like some big GT groups and doing a 24 hours of Daytona race, because we can't let the iRacing guys have all the fun, right? I just don't think anyone would do it, because you'd have to have actual driver teams, and you know, in iRacing you can switch that stuff out. You can do driver swaps over the internet, so it's not like you have to have everyone in one place. GT doesn't do that. So if we were to do something like that, you'd have to have all the teams in one place to switch out in real time, which, I mean, would add realism. But at the same time, how easy is it going to be to find 14 teams, leaving 2 positions open for broadcasters, to have a team of like 3 people in your house at one time for this? Like, some of us, like me when I was a kid, didn't even have 3 friends. So, you know, or 2 other friends, or 3 friends, or whatever. Like, you know, like, it's really hard to set that kind of stuff up. So, I mean, 12 hours, I mean, that might be doable with like 1 person, but I don't know why you would ever subject yourself to that. So I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I haven't really decided on that yet. Someone tried to do 24 hours of Le Mans, I think it was, on Forza last year. And me and my buddies almost competed with it. It was a little kid and his dad who wanted to host it. And wanted to... It sounds bad to put his kid in his place, because this kid was like, you know, claiming he was like really good at sim racing, I believe. And he was like, I want to see some pros out here kicking butt. And I don't know how it went. I wish I kept up with that a little bit better, because I wanted to know how that went. I want to know how the kids did. You know, the next generation. I was one of them once, except back when I was that small, we didn't have internet gameplay, online gameplay at the time, because that was like, what, I think the kids were like 5 and 6 or something like that, 6 and 7, so I mean the 360 was new, but we didn't have one, because I should probably imagine we were very, my dad was very big on the Sony stuff when I was a kid, so we didn't have Xboxes until we got older. I'm going to save the overtake for lap 14 and 15. Because we're almost there anyway. The hards were definitely the move, because the car drives really good on them. Obviously, mediums you could probably get through the entire race on. You probably wouldn't have to stop on the mediums, considering the hards have barely moved. Softs I could see you having to stop, depending on how you drive. Like, I'm trying to be kind of smooth with my throttle inputs and all that, to kind of keep the oversteer at bay with this thing. 1/10 up. Nobody in front of me, clean air. I think this is like the best case scenario right here. I figured second might be a little bit of an ask for this car. That was a little bit closer than I would have liked, but we still made it work. I think if we do bring back the esports side, the Formula Series we did in 2022, me and some of my friends, and a bunch of randoms, honestly, we'll probably have a race here. I think that would be so fun. I'm waiting on the F3500A that was teased during the World Finals to make it, because that's what I really want to drive. I think that would be a really sick car to use for that series, because the Super Formulas are good, and they are about as close as you can get to a real F1 car. I believe even more so than F2. I think they are like F1, Super Formula, and then F2 in terms of comparison. I mean, obviously, the Group C cars were pretty much F1 cars of the 90s, but only thing I wish is that, like, Gran Turismo loves to do this. Like, the Formula Gran Turismo was like this, the F3500 and the X 2019 competition. They only use old school, like, early 90s V12s. And I'm like, guys, like, the V10s existed and the V8s existed. Like, personally, I'm a V8 guy. I love the 07, 08 era of F1 cars, probably the most. There's just something about them. Like, the F2007 was, like, gorgeous to me. I feel like if Gran Turismo did that, though, they built like a 2000s, 2007, 2008 model style car, it would more than likely be like the F3000, you know, run on the V10, but have the later V8 body, which I wouldn't be mad about, honestly. That'd be kind of sick. It's like I could see them if they did like a 2017 era car, the first Formula One cars with the Halo. I could totally see them doing the V8s, which honestly that'd be kind of sick. Like modern F1 Aero, but with the V8 or the V10. Like I said, I prefer the V8. I don't know. Something about them. Maybe that's because that's around the time I first really like learned of Formula One. Because I mean, let's be real. A lot of us in America, especially early 2000s, didn't even know what F1 was. Especially, well, and a lot of that was because of the 2005 US GP at Indy. But of course, I was 6 years old in 2005 and was barely able to comprehend motorsport when I was that young, so... Other than Gran Turismo, obviously. Alright, let's see how the overtake does. We might be able to get through the last lap or so completely on it. Apologies for sniffling so much. My nose is a little bit stuffy. We're on the last lap here. Pretty much just cruising to an easy win. About 8/10 up. Alright, let's see if these hards can grip here. I weaseled out a little bit. I let off right at the very middle of that corner. A little more slide there than I would have liked. Almost a full second up. This is probably going to be a fastest lap run right here. A little tap there on the wall. Not a whole lot of margin for error though right there. I guess that's why they called it death chicane. Oh, ran so wide there. right on the marbles. It lost me some grip there. But all right. Anyway, race win. A good one at that. That was fun, honestly. I liked that. That was actually really fun. Look at that US flag up there. The one time you'll ever see a Haas win. Haas. I don't know how to properly pronounce it. And I'm American. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, I'm going to start that again. Yeah, I figured that lap 15 would be the fastest lap. 1:23.0. 26 seconds ahead of Igor Fraga. That's crazy. No clean race bonus. I don't know what lost it. Was it the contact? The couple times I wrecked into other cars after the death chicane? Oh, check that out. Oh, that was fun. Alright, I'm going to take a quick chat break. No one said anything in the chat yet, but my phone has been buzzing this entire time. Nothing of note here. Okay. Alright, back to this. I say that as my watch buzzes. Right as I put my phone back down. Alright. Let's go redeem that ticket. That was honestly really fun. Like, it's one of my favorite special events they've done with this game. And I mean, there's been some really fire ones. Like I said, I really loved the DTM. But, like, that was super fun. I would have loved to have gotten more credits from that. But like I said, I feel like part of that is related to the late contact with the death chicane. You know, some of those cars going a lot slower than I expected them to through that corner. And I just completely wrecked them. Alright, let's see what we get for our first ticket of the night. Looks like the Aston Martin invitation to close my eyes because he's always trying to blind me. Of course, this one didn't flash the screen, too. Alright, so we got Aston Martin invite. We got 100 grand credit ticket. Wow, I didn't realize I'd driven this car that much. 414 miles on this thing. Let's go see what's at the Aston Martin dealership. I think it's the 177 and the Vulcan are the invitations on that one. I think I still have an outstanding one, Lamborghini. I finally got the Ferrari invite. I've been looking for that one for months, and I finally got it a couple weeks ago. It just expired a few days ago. Yeah, so it's the 177 and the Vulcan, which, I mean, the Vulcan's sick. I don't think I've actually done the VR showroom with it yet. Excuse me. We'll do the Legacy, because it reminds me a lot of some of the older Aston Martin race cars. I mean, the Vulcan really is just a GT3 race car. It's built like one. Like, it's a GT3 race car with air conditioning. It's even got a pit speed limiter and a drink button. Like, this is literally a race car. I remember watching the Grand Tour, Jeremy Clarkson review this thing, and it was, like, so sick. I don't know, though. I don't know if I'd buy it in the game, though. The fact that neither of them were available in British Racing Green is a crime. The 177 is pretty sweet, even though the interior is not much different than its contemporaries, like the V12 Vantage and the Vanquish from the era, but I wish if I actually could rev these cars in this view. I guess technically there's no body in the car, so technically you're not actually in it, but the carbon weave looks really good. See, this is why I could never become a Forza fanboy. Like, as much as I love Forza, like, the attention to detail is just too good in this game. Like, Forza really dropped the ball with a lot of cars. And I'm not saying they're the only ones that are bad. Like, I recently got back in the Need for Speed Undercover. I have had that. I've had that on Steam for years, and I've just never got to play it. That was a game I got around the same time that GT5 Prologue story that I talked about in that video happened, and like I lost my train of thought there. Anyway, I played that a lot back then too, and I got that from Blockbuster that time. So I can get behind this interior. This looks sick. And the DB11's not even really my favorite Aston. But I'm also the one person who likes the Rapide. Yeah, I got back into playing that, and they honestly, so a lot of you guys know I'm a Volkswagen fanboy. And one of my favorite cars is the R32, the Golf R32, specifically the Mark V R32. I'm the weird guy who likes the Mark V more than the Mark IV. I get it, the Mark IV was the only one with the manual in the US, but the Mark V just looks better to me and didn't have as many issues. Still rusted out super easy, though. They made it sound like a 4-cylinder in Need for Speed Undercover. I'm like, what'd they do? Like, just assume that all Golfs are 2 liters? Like, it literally sounds like a GTI. I'm like, they didn't even try with this one. Like, I was actually kind of irritated about that. Like, how could y'all botch that so bad? Let's see. So, what do I want to do now? Because we did that race, and I expected it to take a lot longer than it did, but it took not even 30 minutes. Like, I thought that was going to take close to an hour to do. Could do it again, but I'd rather use the SF19 for that, and I just don't have an SF19. What to do? Because, I mean, I would much rather do that, honestly. Heard my watch buzz again. It was my fiance responding to a text from earlier. Because, I mean, the whole point of the stream was to do that event. But now it's like I want to do more stuff, you know? I didn't really expect this to be so short. Let's see, what else could we do? I only got the one Super Formula, so I can't switch out to an SF19 and go back, which kind of sucks. I mean, I could sell a car and buy an SF19. Like, there's not really any cars that I'm willing to get rid of right now. I've been kind of more trying to keep cars instead of sell them. Do I still have it? I think I still have my Dino. There's a lot of Ferrari representation. Are they teasing something here? And they're all black. Like black Dino, black 512, black 308, black Testarossa. Oh, look, a car I don't have. Okay, we're definitely copping that. I'm not the biggest, like, super fan of the De Tomaso Pantera, but, like, it is a car I can add to the list, and I'll keep it. I mean, it's kind of a neat car. I guess the fact that it's like an Italian car with an American engine just throws me off. I was looking for another E30 M3 Sport Evo. I might cop that, but I haven't decided just yet on that front. The gold Scuderia. It's an E46 M3. The only other car in here that I don't have is this NSX Type R, but obviously I don't have the credits for that. I actually am like less than 20 credits short for the Sport Evo. That's crazy. I have like 2 of these already, but one of them is set up to rock the standard S14 engine, not the Nissan, the BMW engine. And then I have one that's B58, so that's going to be like a street car. And I kind of wanted to do a B58 race car, but obviously don't have the cash to throw on that right now. Because the Tommaso costs so much money. I forgot I even went there. I went in there to look if there was a car I could bring myself to get rid of. So I'm kind of hoarding these things. I mean, obviously, quick cash would get rid of the FWXK, but I literally waited forever for that Ferrari invite for that car. I'm not getting rid of it. Let's see. I'm not selling that Countach. They pop up in the Legends dealer every once in a while, but the fact that I've got that for free and didn't have to spend any credits on it, I'm not going to waste that. You see, there's literally no cars I want to get rid of. Like, I've thought about getting rid of this Hyundai, but even then it wouldn't give me enough credits. I'm not selling the F1500 TA. I like that car too much. I sold my last Ferrari VGT and I regretted it. There's my Dino. I have two of these 911 CSs, and I could probably part ways with one of them, but at the same time, they're also not going to give me enough credits, so guess I'm just not going to sell one. Kind of want to do like a Formula 3 style race, I guess. We'll do like a AI race, and we'll just have fun with it. Like, we'll use the X2014 Juniors, just because those tend to be close to Formula 3s. Mine's styled after, I think this is this Charles Leclerc's Prima, I believe. Like, I know we were doing the Super Formula stuff, but might as well keep it on brand and, just keep using Formula machinery. Might as well, right? So let's see, I'm trying to think, what would be a fun track to use these on? Like a track they actually run somewhat in real life. It doesn't need to be a real life track per se. Would be nice to change it up from the fictional circuit we just did in Dragon Trail, but at the same time, it's like trying to track that wouldn't be just too ridiculous but it's effectively an F3 machine. One of my favorite races I did with the esports stuff, it was the season opener actually for our series, was the Super Formulas at Blue Moon Bay. They were super short laps, but they were really fun. I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to do here, because I don't give this track enough love. Honestly, like, that's a super good track. For what it is, at least. Laguna be very IndyCar-esque. I hate Grand Valley Highway 1. Could do Interlagos. That'd be kind of fun. I do enough races at Road Atlanta. I'm sure you guys would love to not see me do Road Atlanta. Deep Forest would be good. I don't think I've done many stream races at Deep Forest. How big is Deep Forest? I mean, it would be a long lap, but at the same time, it'd be pretty fun to run these effectively F3 cars at Deep Forest. I'm definitely not doing Eiger, because everything seems to glitch out at Eiger. Not going to do Monza. Shoot, I'm having a really hard time picking a track. Suzuka would be fun. I just don't know if Suzuka is the right track for these. I hate Bathurst too much. It's not that I hate the track, it's just I suck at it. Be honest here. I'm just trash at Mount Panorama. Shoot. I'm between Blue Moon Bay and Deep Forest. Because neither of those are tracks that give enough credit in this game. I think we'll do Deep Forest, honestly. We've done a lot of European circuits lately, though. Oh, man, I'm so torn. I'll do Deep Forest. Why not? This is another track I don't spend a lot of seat time on in these. Alright, so we're going to go Endurance. We'll do 30 minutes, just like we did before. Start from dead last. Do the same kind of settings. We'll do 3 and 3. We'll do 3 and 3 instead of 3 and 5, just because I don't know exactly how these cars are going to react. We're going to do a 1 make at professional level. It's going to give us about 100 grand. And I think that is everything. I think we're ready. So I think the car is set up on softs. I think it's the only tire I have for this thing, right? Yeah, I have the softs and the hards. So we're just going to run the softs, and we're going to see how much ground we make up. I should have made the standing start. Make it more like actual F3 races. So the X2014 Junior is extremely similar to F3 cars, so this should be a fun, pretty much F3 feature race. Alright, we are racing. So this is a car I'm not entirely familiar with. I've only driven like a handful of laps at Monza with it. That's probably already lost me the clean race bonus. But he's going absurdly slow. Man, see, if I had clean air, I would be hauling through here, but fortunately, this is just bumper cars. As we head onto the back straight here. That voice crack was nasty. Alright, into the hairpin. So we're gonna make a pass into P10 here. Oh, bad idea. I'm gonna hit in the back of P9 there. 3 may have been a little too low for fuel consumption. We'll see. This is 33 laps. I don't really see us doing that many laps in 30 minutes. So lap 1 was almost 2 minutes. About 1 minute and 3/4 on that, just about. Three wide, risky. So I don't quite think I have advantage yet. Oh, understeered a lot there. I was paying more attention to that car on my right side than I was the track. Kind of bit me a little bit there. Come on, car. Come on, P6, we got this. He's kind of shoving me into the wall here. It's kind of my blind spot there. I can't really see him all that well. He's still in my blind spot. There we go, got around him. I don't really want to risk it too much for P5 there. We still got it though. That was a best lap, 9/10 ahead of lap 1, or lap 2, I guess. I got a podium position waiting for me right up here. Good defensive driving by the AI here. Into the podium positions here. Another 9/10 up from that last lap. We're cruising. I think F3 cars run V6s now as well. I think it's NA versions of the V6 they use in F2, that Mecha Chrome engine. So F2 is just a turbo V6 as well. Alright. See if I can reel in these two a little bit here. We're getting close. I would really like to get that podium, or that top spot there. We're so close. Reeled him in a good bit there, going to turn one. See if I can kind of keep that momentum up. I botched it. Oh, there it is. P2. That exit there was flawless. Oh, contact there. No clean race bonus for me. That was kind of my corner, but whatevs. It's AI. They're not going to know any better. They'll block you on a blue flag. Oh, thought about it, almost got it. Had a little bit of contact. But nothing too bad. Ugh, and my nose. Oh, big mistake there by the race leader. Oh, I didn't do much better, honestly. Cut the grass a little too much there. Man, that cost me a position, I guess, really. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, man, I'm just all over the road now. Alright, let's see if I can make up for my past mistakes here. So we head down into lap 7. Of course, the AI is going to learn from their mistake too, because they really botched up that last corner. See, he just gets right in my way when I'm ready to make a move. Just like that. Still got around him though. Little contact doesn't hurt, but I would have liked to have made that more clean than it was. Nah, a little bit too much on the infield. I think I made the tire wear and stuff a little too light. I don't know why I kind of figured these things would guzzle gas and wear tires out more than the super formulas would do. I guess I was wrong on that front. Which is fine, because we're still getting a level of realism, because we're still getting tire wear and fuel consumption, but definitely not as much as I thought I would be getting. The mountain view is gorgeous. No overtake on this one. I think I can flash the lights though. Not that there's really any indicator of it in the car. We are killing this one now. It took forever to get into the lead, and now we're just running away with it. I think it's safe to say we will easily hit like about 20 laps or so. Take a shot in the dark, probably about 20, 21 laps. A lot of tire noise there, a lot of tire squeal. Missed the apex by a mile. We've hit the halfway point here. Yeah, I think my original guess stands about 20 laps or so. That's how long this race is going to last. These X2014 Juniors are actually really rewarding to drive. I still missed the apex there. Dang, I'm choking on that corner. I don't know, the same time on my end on lap 19. I guess we'll see. Apparently still got 30 laps of fuel left. Somehow. These things, are they, what is this, a Prius? Oh, went a little bit hot there. It's crazy the Apex has you effectively crossing the pit line. So you kind of got to be hauling when you're heading into the pits on this track because you're going to be on the racing line effectively, trying to change tires. Alright, into the hairpin. I will say these are actually really fun to drive. And I think if you're playing with this before you play with the super formulas and stuff, it's a really good teacher for those kinds of cars. Obviously, if you drive the X 2019 competition and can get the hang of that car, you're going to get the hang of this pretty easily. Because this car, I mean, it's not even remotely close to the X 2019 in terms of performance, but the Aero is still really good. I'm sure a lot of people can probably tell, I actually drive with one foot in this game. I don't use my left foot for very much. See, if my pedals didn't shift around so much and I used more H-pattern cars with the clutch, I'd probably do some heel toe. And I could do that in my Logitech, but the Thrustmaster pedals don't have like little carpet spikes in them. That's one thing I love about Logitech is they think of that stuff. I'm thinking my next wheel will more than likely be that Logitech direct drive. As much as I would love to have a Moza, Moza's not PlayStation compatible. At least it wasn't last time I looked at them. They may have made a PS compatible wheel now. And obviously, like, Fanatec costs so much. Is it Fanatec or Fanatic? I think it's Fanatec, but someone will probably prove me wrong. Like, they're both, like, well, like I said, Fanatec, Fanatic, whatever. You can get them in PS compatible, but it's just so... Their whole ecosystem is expensive. But, I mean, it's one of the best wheels on the market. I think Moza's giving them a run for their money now, like SimCube or SimuCube. I don't remember if it's SimCube or SimuCube. Like, those two are kind of giving them a run for their money, but... Like, if I was building a PC-only setup and I was only going to play on PC, then yeah, I'd get a Moza. But the fact that this game is still a PlayStation exclusive is what's keeping me with Logitech and Thrustmaster. The reality, this is my first Thrustmaster wheel. I've only owned Logitechs at this point. It's my third wheel overall. But who knows, maybe I'll upgrade in a year or so. I've had this wheel since 2022. It's 3 years old now. I kind of keep these for about 5 to 6 years. So, and you're always ready for a direct drive upgrade. So, who knows? Maybe I'll sell this to my buddy Kason or something, because he likes this wheel. Because he's been wanting one, and it's either he buys this or he buys my friend Michael's old G29 that's just been collecting dust. The G29 kind of looks cooler though with the shift lights and stuff built in, but when you play in VR, it doesn't matter. You can't even see it. I like the Thrustmaster's customizability though, having being able to change wheels and stuff, which I think the Logitech Direct Drive does as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that front. Who knows, maybe that'll be something I do when I build a rig, you know, possibly within the next year or so, since I'm getting married at the end of the year. Might be what I ask for Christmas is a rig, because ain't nobody gonna spend the $700 on that Logitech or more for a Moza or Fanatec setup. And I think I might do triple monitor. I haven't decided yet, because like the issue is, I love VR, right? Like VR is so immersive. It's kind of the whole point, right? But my concern is wanting to get into doing these longer races, the eye strain and damage to my vision, which I know sounds like the most wussy, like, you know, scaredy cat thing to be worried about. Because I mean, gaming in general, sitting close to a screen in general will do that. But like, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like taking care of my eyes. So it's like doing these longer races, like, you know, wanting to get into like doing 6 hours of spa, whether it be on LMU or on R Factor or iRacing or this. So there's a handful of people that do it. Like, I would almost rather have triple monitor. I mean, granted, GT7 doesn't support triple monitor, unfortunately. I feel like if they do a PC release at some point, which I will buy, let's be real, I will buy this game twice. Because despite it, like, not being considerably, like, up there in terms of my favorite games in the series, I do like this game. A lot. I mean, I've put, like, what was it? I think 730-something hours in this game. Between my PS4 Pro that I had, or actually, my original PS4, the family PS4 that we had, my PS4 Pro that I bought specifically to use in here, I got it for dirt cheap because it needed a ton of work, and I fixed it. And then I sold it to my sister. And my PS5. Like, I've put so much time into this game, like, it's ridiculous. Like, is it as good as GT5 to me? And a lot of people hate GT5 or GT6 in its heyday. No, but I do love this game to death. There's a reason I keep coming back to it. I have all these other sims that are supposedly better, and yet I still find myself coming back to this game. I don't know. I do think Polyphony's out of touch with their fan base, but I mean, the game is still good. You can still find plenty of value in it. Which is why I always say, if you're going to get into sim racing, like, you know, GT I feel like is the most beginner friendly. Especially if you want a quality game, because I will say right now, I do not believe that current Forza Motorsport is a quality game. Even after all the updates, the graphics are abhorrent. Like, and I have a stout PC. I have a Ryzen 9 5950X, and I have a RX 7800 XT. And while I can run the game with ray tracing now, at least, my 3060 Ti couldn't, I still don't look at that game and think, wow, this is a stunning game. That's what makes me so excited for Assetto Corsa Evo, because it's going to be like all the Assetto Corsa, like, crazy good mods, but from the box. Because that's the thing that sucks about Assetto, is it looks dated when you play it for the first time. It still looks better than Forza, but it looks so dated at first. But you put some mods on Assetto, that game gives Gran Turismo a run for its money. Like, I've always said, when it comes to like the big sim race or simcade, whatever category you want to throw these games into, Gran Turismo is undeniably the best looking. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased and I love these games a ton, but like, for real, like, I've played almost all of them. I've played Automobilista, I've played iRacing, I've played Rennsport, I've played R Factor 2, I've played LMU, I've played Assetto. I haven't played ACC. And from what I hear, ACC looks really good, so that might be a game that would give this a run for its money on the PC side. But I mean, this game just looks gorgeous. Like I said, but I also feel like, you know, like, after the tire update, I really don't think this game is as simcadey as it used to be. When it first came out, I won't lie, it was very simcadey. Granted, I didn't have any more aggressive sims to compare against. I didn't have R Factor 2 at the time. which was like the first one that I really spent a lot of time on. But with the update and stuff, it feels a lot closer to iRacing than most people probably care to admit. Which is fine, honestly. People can have their opinions. I would still rate iRacing above this in terms of realism, but like, come on, this game has come a long, long way. Even if there's still plenty of cars that the community wants that will probably never be put in this game. Might be GT8 though. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like GT8's been in development for a while now. Typically with game developers, what I've noticed, as soon as one game releases, they start development on the next. So it wouldn't surprise me, it really wouldn't, to see teasers or possibly even a game reveal of GT8. And hopefully with a PC release, because I would love to be able to put my PC through its paces, especially because I intend on upgrading it. They just announced the 9950 X3D, which is a chip I am very interested in. Okay, we're definitely going to lap 20. We are definitely not ending on 19. Which, I mean, was my original guess anyway. I was like, maybe we'll go to lap 19, but I don't think that, like, 20-second difference between it hitting 15 minutes and me crossing the line at lap 10 really made that much of a dent. But, yeah, my PC, the only thing really holding it back is that motherboard chipset, which I intend on reusing. I'm not going to sell that because my fiance, who is soon to be my wife, wants to build a gaming PC of her own. So more than likely, she'll get my 5950X, and I'm going to have to go and get her a whatever the latest AMD card is, unless I want to upgrade myself and give her the 7800. Because my PC is going to need a full overhaul at that point. I might even upgrade the case. I've kind of been wanting one of those Lamborghini cases. The Lian Li case. Again, Volkswagen Group guy. Like, why not add a little bit of extra to that in my life? I've always had automotive themed stuff on my PC though. My current PC has a Honda Civic Type R badge, literally pulled from a Civic Type R on the inside of it. And, would not mind the Lamborghini theming. And they just came out, like CoolerMaster just unveiled at CES, like engine-styled, like CPU coolers. And I'm like, I am an AIO guy, but man, an air cooler requires so much less maintenance. And getting like the V10 cooler with the Lamborghini case would look so sick, like an ultimate like callback to like the Huracan. But I also thought the Lian Li case was meant for water cooling of some sort, whether it be AIO or custom loop. I do not have the patience for custom loop. Custom loop looks sick. I don't have the patience for it. But at the same time, honestly, I could get a new AIO, because I mean this one's also pushing 4 years old. This CoolerMaster AIO I run now, could probably get like one of those newer ones with a little LCD screen on it and put a picture of a Lamborghini on it. Or like a GIF of some sort. Alright, this is definitely the last lap here. We got 8 seconds left on the timer, and we were just coming through the hairpin, so... Fun race, a lot of clean air. They aren't too far behind me, though, so this was a lot more competitive than expected. I mean, it took me almost half of the race to get into P1 to take the lead. But we did it, so that's what matters. There's the checkered flag, and that is a race win in the X2014 Junior. Effectively, we just did an F3 feature race, just like that. I mean, I think the real ones are an hour long, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I barely pay attention to F2, let alone F3. That was fun, though. I did not get the fastest lap, unfortunately. It was a 127.4. I don't know what my best lap was. Now I'm curious. I want to see what my best lap was. So I ran a 130 at one point, a 129 at one point. 129.5. I don't think I got any faster than a 129.5. I didn't. How'd that work out? Man, I was 2 seconds off the fastest lap. It's crazy. I didn't pay attention. I don't think I got the clean race bonus. Yeah, I didn't. But yeah, I think we've now gone over an hour. I'm going to check. I don't think anyone said anything in the chat. I think we're about ready to wrap this one up. It is currently, 8:50. Let's see. Check my phone. I felt my phone buzzing a good bit during all that. My buddy Wes was messaging me. Let's see. I just felt my phone buzz, my watch buzz again, but there's nothing showing on my phone. My nose is like so stuffy. I apologize, guys. I know I've been like breathing heavy this entire time and just being gross. I apologize. I know you guys probably don't want to hear all that. Okay. Let's see if there's one more other thing we can do. I don't know if I got sick or if I'm getting sick, like if I got it from my fiance or not, because she's been kind of sick. One of my friends just came back from Ohio and he's sick, so might have got it from him for all I know. Let's see, I don't want to do a race in the Radicals because we just did a race in the X2014s and they're very similar. As much fun as I had doing the Super Formula, I don't want to run it a second time. I think that would be not quite as cool. I want to do a short race. I just want to do one more race to wrap this up. We've done a lot of Formula machinery. So it's like, do I really want to jump back in again? Another Formula car? Well, I want to drive something more streetable. Let's see here. Man. The sad part is I can't. I thought I read recently McLaren's dropping out of IMSA. I hate not having the menu music. I hate silence. It kills me. There's got to be something here that would entice me to drive it. Nothing's really come to mind. Like nothing's really tickling the fancy for me to drive right now. Last stream we did so much BMW stuff. Like we raced the A46 GTR build. It's not really an E46 or E46 GTR. The F40 might be fun to drive. It's also really fast. I didn't drive the FXK on stream actually. Me and Kason played last week and I didn't drive it on stream. Let's see. Why not? This is a 499P livery on the FXK. I actually built a setup for this car to run in 700 performance point races. And I think, honestly, it would be fairly competitive. Like, honestly, like, it would actually be kind of quick, but I don't think I'll ever use it for that. I'm not going to do that race now either, because I've done, 2 30-minute races. I want to do, like, a short sprint. Maybe this one will do at Blue Moon. Super small track for cars like this, but why not? We'll do a 10-minute race, starting from the back. A real challenge here. And we're going to do it entirely against Group 3s. So, something a little bit faster. Would Group 2 really be that much of an increase? About 1 bar. I think this car probably would not be competitive against Group 2 cars. Group 3 is probably about as good as it'll get that this car could actually beat. Like, sure, the extra challenge would be nice, but you don't need it. Alright, one more race. Let's get racing. 10-minute endurance, super short sprint race, and a car that I can barely see out of. A car I've barely driven too. I don't think I've actually, other than the open track day online session I did with Kason a week or two ago. Oh, big slide. I also haven't driven this track in forever. This thing is definitely not all that grippy. It is fast, but it definitely does not have the aero of these Group 3 cars. This is about as close as we can get to having the 499. Well, the Ferrari VGT is about as close to a 499p. I mean, it literally has the 499p engine in it. Lots of contact up there. This car cruises past them on the straightaways here. Watch that transition. See, in actual Group 3 cars, I could probably power out a lot more through here. Ah, crap. Come on. People act like this thing was like undefeatably good on track back in the day. I don't like how it drives. Oh, gosh. See, I'm not even paying attention all that much. I'm paying attention to all the other stuff that are going on around me. Alright, come on. This thing shreds on the straight, though. My goodness, it's so fast. It just doesn't corner all that good. Like, I'm not... I mean, granted, it corners good. It doesn't corner as good as I expected it to, I guess, is the better way to say it. I'm not trying to sound like Alan Prost with the Ferrari driving like a truck thing. It's got a ton of front-end oversteer. The suspension does... it's all understeer. And you can't put the power down easily, because it just wants to slide. Sounds pretty alright, though. But it'd help if I could get back on the tarmac. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I wasn't even going all that fast. Come on, grip up. Is it a horn? I think it's got a horn. Ah! So much understeer, not oversteer, duh. Come on. Ah, he didn't give me enough space down the inside there. It's fine, I think I botched this. He's gonna get back around me. I love the Herbie reference with the Beetle rocking the 53 from Standard. It's a shame the livery doesn't really reflect Herbie all that much. Oh, we got this now. Even though I'm on the outside. That plane is flying real low, but I think they said this track is like based near an airport in the virtual world. This thing with some tuning would be really... Oh gosh, I was not even paying attention. I deserved every bit of that. I was looking down at the console. Make it the entire stream before I have a major incident on track. That's crazy. Should have quit while I was ahead. Gosh, the understeer is ridiculous. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, see, now I'm just getting mad. Because, like, the rear end just... Oh, this thing's about as bad as the M3 was. Except it's just unreasonable when it comes to the understeer. And now I've got just over the 4 minutes to catch both of these cars since I lost that position. Because the inherent understeer that then turned into oversteer. So I can't trust this car in first gear. Gotta kind of cut that corner a little bit. Still tap the wall. This thing understeers so bad. I think we can do it. It's not impossible, but we're gonna have to be fighting for our lives up here. This thing definitely needs some fine-tuning, though. The understeer is abhorrent in this thing. It's so bad. Down the inside, back in the lead. Let's not botch this up again. Ah, gosh. Alright, just north of 2 minutes to go. About 2 laps. It's a good car, don't get me wrong, but man, the oversteer, or not the oversteer, I keep saying oversteer, the understeer is so bad. Some fine tuning, I could see it. A little bit of suspension tweaks, this car would be fantastic. And obviously trying to dump 1,000 horsepower to the rear wheels is going to result in some wheel spin and resulting in some low speed oversteer. But like, goodness, the understeer is what's killing me with this car. The oversteer I kind of expect. It's a lot of power to the rear wheels, but... Barely tapped it, but I did. Alright, one more lap. Let's make it count. Didn't really hit the wide side of that corner too well, but... That's a race win. Don't know how I managed to save that one, but I did. That's all that matters is I did. Yeah, the understeer's so bad. Understeer gets fixed, this thing's amazing. Still didn't get the fast slap either. I think I was close that time though. Alright, we've definitely hit where I'm about ready to wrap this up for the night. Your boy's tired. This thing's been on my face for over an hour now. And combined with my stuffy nose and this headset, makes my head very hot and very claustrophobic. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, or this stream, I guess. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more of them coming soon. I promise the break on videos will not last forever. Just got, too much on my plate right now to focus on video creation, and I'm kind of just trying to stream when I have free time to do so. Videos will return soon, though, I promise, once things are a little bit better. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next stream or video. Take care, guys, and have a good rest of your day, evening, wherever you are.